quickly summarize, can we agree that we want to take 3 points to the congressman on this, or Congress people on this visit? Is that something that everybody can get behind?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. How do we want to decide which are the top 3, or do we just want to accept the top 3?
I think you need to almost share almost what I hear 10. Did I hear almost 10 if you combobulate the list? And then I think we do a show of hands to be a democratic.
And not.
'Cause I don't want to.
Okay, how do you do that as far as, because I could easily vote for all 10.
Well, I
Here's the thing.
Which is the most important thing.
Aren't we deciding that one of the things we don't want to do is add confusion to the issue?
Exactly.
If we think that there are a number of issues that are important, we have to show that this group at least has the common sense to know that you can't do everything at once. So what we're going to do here is express 2 or 3 of the top issues, and we'll tell you what our other issues are. But we're going to say, let's deal with these 2 or 3 big problems first. That's enough to bite off. Have other people maybe look at what to do on the others later, but try to do this 1 job at a time or 2 jobs at a time.
Yeah, I want that, and while I think that while it's important that we have some clear and concise goals, I think at this point, like I said, the Coffee Party is a new party. And from what I was hearing from why people came into the Coffee Party and things like that, there is this feeling there needs to be a counterbalance to the Tea Party. And so, also job 1 is, convincing the representatives that we are someone who, that our voice has something more to offer them than, and that going to be stronger than the fear they may have of what they get from the Tea Party if they don't follow another side.
Can I just say,
Over here, we have a gentleman's hands.
Well, we got to think a little bit about a timetable. Our kids in school, when they get to be 18, they're going to graduate some way. They'll lower the standards, whatever. If we don't get something done there, we're just going to run out of time. That's got to be taken care of now.
how many people think education should be one of the top 3? Education is one of the top 3.
Now.
Okay, we need 2 more then if we're going to stick with the 3.
I'd like
Jobs
to make a
has to
point.
be right at the top. You don't do anything without a job.
Okay, we've had a proposal then to include jobs in the top 3. Can we get a show of hands on that?
We don't have jobs, we ain't got no country.
Just
I'd
one
like to
question.
clarify that though.
Okay, Bob?
The whole clean energy question ties into with jobs
I
very
think
much.
that ties in with jobs real well.
Yeah, so let's lump those together just for the purposes of this meeting. Okay? Okay, it looks like we got all but 1 on that one, so,
And before the next vote, I'd like to make a point.
okay?
All of these issues I think are very important, but I think unless we put politics and money up towards the top, we're gonna end up with the same type of gridlock issues that we've all.
Let's just, we won't even call it campaign finance, we'll just call it generically politics and money.
Yes.
Because we don't know what the final solution may be at this point. We don't even know what we're going to recommend, but we know it's a problem.
I believe all of what we consider major issues, to them are minor. They're
Exactly.
not gonna listen to us.
All-
They listen to the money. Do we
Well,
have
it's
money?
how do you influence politics?
Right.
You start bringing it,
There's the issue. Is
That's the way it is.
how do we make our voice? what they
actually
want
there's
us to
2
do?
ways.
Uh-huh.
Money is one, votes
Well,
are the
that's what
other.
I mean by force. You
So-
can force the issue by threatening them to get out of office, or you can basically bribe
Well,
them.
right now, we've got some voters in this room. So what should we make as a goal long-term? Grow. If we have more voters, we have a bigger voice.
We should
Why does AARP so big and strong?
We should
They
show
speak
up
for a lot of
at
people.
meetings and in the office of Congress people who do cast good votes. And in the case of Costello, I know it was a pretty brave vote for a relatively conservative Catholic Democrat. We should be voicing support. I voted for the man, but he doesn't know it. I'm going to let him know it.
No, I
And
thank you.
we should be going to these meetings where people are crowding in and being radical and representing the fact that there are some reasonable, non-shouting people who actually do vote, who care, and who will actually reward people in the government for doing the right thing.
Okay, I think you over here had your hand up, sir.
My big concern with our whole government system is it's too politicized. It's either one way or the other. There's no in between. I'm not gonna agree with you, you're not gonna agree with me. We've got to do something to bring, either do away with the two political parties completely, or get them to sit down and talk reasonably to each other. And one is just as bad as the other.
That's right.
You know, you're gonna do it my way, or we're not gonna do it at all.
You know, it's
Well-
ironic, we're almost validating bad behavior though, because 95% of incumbents are reelected.
Yeah. How about this? Let's just make it as a proposal, okay? That we ourselves have taken a civility pledge. How about that we ask politicians to do something similar?
That was suggested yesterday by the Democratic National Committee. Now,
Okay, I wasn't aware of that. I'm not parroting the DNC. Not that that's a bad thing, but
all this, look, just to let you know where I'm coming from, I give equal credit for smoke and mirrors to both political parties. So I just want you to know
Yep.
that. Okay?
They're both at fault.
So my point though is it was offered by the Democrats and the Republicans said no. That was the last 24 hours.
Well, then that's all we're
I swear to God, I saw it on the internet.
that's an important point. I don't know that that's a reason for us to either do it or not